said, we sat with a bunch of high school parents and high school students too, and came up with some suggestions, and then were modified a little bit, but this was it. So the insurance on devices for take-home devices. Currently it's the Chromebooks, refundable deposit for $300. Or an insurance pool. We think the deductible will be about $50. Free and reduced lunch. We decided that this was a big discussion too for people on free and reduced lunch. How do they pay? We thought we'd keep it the same, where they would get the free or reduced premium based on their free and reduced lunch. If they do break it though, they still have to pay the deductible. So if something happens to their device, they would still have to pay the deductible. And then families with multiple children, we kind of treated it like the pay to play for the athletics. So we did first child is a full premium, second child is a reduced premium, third child there's no premium. So if you happen to have a bunch of students and they're all getting devices next year, you happen to have one in 6th grade and 2 in 9th grade, or 1 in 9th grade, and we're also doing some pilots. So you might see some 10th, 11th, and 12th graders with iPads or Chromebooks, and that's because we rolled it out some pilots to some different classes so that we can get ready and prepared. So like this year we did honors bio, we've done, what's the other high school class?
Advanced composition.
Advanced composition is a pilot that we're doing right now. So they've had Chromebooks this spring semester. So you'll see some of those. And then you must pay a deductible for each incident. And we talked a lot, this got very detailed in our discussions about what if a kid comes up and swipes it out of their hand, and there's cameras everywhere that we can see, and they'll go to the principal office, but basically the deductible is on you. So the student should be taking care of it. We see the backpacks get flung across when they go into the gym, and so we talked a little bit later about how these students must be responsible and take care of it. So far so good. I've been pretty impressed with everybody. Even middle school, we have Mr. Wooster's class at West has a bunch of them, and another middle school.
2 middle school pilots, 1 5th grade pilot also.
And a 5th grade pilot Chromebook, so it's going wonderfully. Yeah, good question. She said, would it be a problem if they were stolen, and we've talked about this too, and sold on eBay or Craigslist? So we do have, the devices are registered into our domain. So PCCS, it'll say like owned by PCCS K-12, and we have the ability to wipe them, and so no data gets lost, and basically make them useless for some people. So they could be, and if it was an insurance thing where a student got it stolen out of their car or something happened to it, police report, and then it would just be the same deductible. So in our insurance policy, we included theft and loss. So yeah, because we know it's going to get lost. You're on the beach over spring break, you left it in the hotel room, and you come home and it's gone. I mean, you lost it. It didn't really get stolen. You left it there. So we've included, tried to think of most everything that would happen, and we tried to include the most because they said that was when we talked to the parents. They said that that's what they would like. So yeah. So that is the insurance part. Any questions on that? I know it's a big issue, but these are the things that we've decided with the pilots. We've actually started collecting the monies, and it's all online, right? You can pay online and everything. So we try to make it as easy as possible to pay and get you put in there, and then your student can take the device home. We have some students. I'll give you an example. Like Mr. Wooster's class, all of his students took them home except for 3. And those 3 students have the same device or a similar device at home. And the parents said, let him keep that device there at school. So he always has it at school, it's his. But when he comes home, he can just use our device. Because Google can be used on anything, as far as Google apps for education. And so that's where it comes in parents saying, do I want to pay this? Do I not want to pay it? How do I want to do this? So, but the goal is to always have those kids. I know I heard somebody talking about kids who don't have internet at home. I think it was you. Those are the students we're really trying to hit, this equity. We need to get the computers in their hands, the devices in their hands, to take them home to start using them. And we also, so the libraries, Starbucks, going to all these different places is a great option for them now that they have this device. And when they go home, they can use them for lots of different things. They can watch Netflix on there. They can use Pandora or Spotify. They can do all these different things, plus do their homework and read their books and do all that other stuff. But they can use it. So I think it's a great thing. So getting them in the kids' hands and getting them home is very powerful.